Host Anabel live from the studios of Miami's Community News. Today we have Angel Nicolas from the Nicolas Group, a luxury real estate team that has been servicing the Miami community since 2017. Today, our show is sponsored by Heyday Marketing, a premier marketing and public relations agency based right here in Miami, Florida. Angel, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. So before we start our program and get into the whole real estate conversation, I would like to let our viewers know a little bit about you. You are a former Major League Baseball player.
Minor league baseball player.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
perfect.
yes, yes.
Thank you for the correction.
I wish I would have been in the majors, but yes.
Great. And you are very much into health and fitness.
Yes, I am.
Yep. And as an athlete myself, I value very much health and fitness. I believe it's in the center of everything we do. And you used to own your own gym, Quality Fitness.
That is correct.
Can you tell our viewers a little bit about how you feel working in that industry, in the fitness industry, and how that has transitioned into the real estate company that you own?
So the fitness industry is, I love it. It's part of my life. It's part of my daily routine. And technically, fitness and playing baseball, taught me a lot about life, which I actually use right now, being uncomfortable, having a schedule, and all of that kind of gets my day going, right? So I treat my business right now how I would prepare for a baseball game, right? So you visualize, the day starts the day before, visualizing how you want the day to go. And yeah, it's just nonstop dealing with objections, right? Like in sports and in fitness, you put yourself in an uncomfortable position that you have to overcome. And I treat it the same way in my real estate business now.
And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because you said in a recent article that you do treat your team as a professional sport. So some of the activities that you may execute and some of the things that you may prospect from your clients, you also treat it as a professional sport. So you're very detailed with your day-to-day and you execute it, correct?
That is correct.
That's wonderful.
Correct.
I think that's the best way to go.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Something else very interesting about you that I read in a magazine article. You provide funds for the Nicolas Children's Hospital. Why that organization?
Look, I come from humble beginnings, and helping kids. But a lot of people helped me when I was a kid. So in my mind, I can be one of those kids that needs help. That doesn't have the funds for their own health. So I try to be involved, and so it started with my fitness company. Mm-hmm. One of my friends was very involved, and they were doing this fund to raise capital to buy toys. So we ended up doing this class, and to come to the class, you would even donate for the fund or bring a toy, and that's how it started. So I've been involved ever since.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
That's so nice. And I'm sure you guys do a lot of things during Christmas as well.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So now let's talk a little bit about your company. The Nicolas Group has been ranked as the number 4th team in Florida by the Wall Street Journal. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In a recent article, you said that you treat your real estate company, as we mentioned before, as a professional sport. You deliver the same motivational endurance, were the words that you chose, every day as you would on the field with your clients. And you've elaborated a little bit, but as it pertains to clients, how do you integrate that with your clients?
So very similar to going back to baseball, right?
Right.
It's just, I'm not going against my clients in this case. I'm going for them, right? My job with my clients is to really help them make the best decision possible. And in order for me to help them make a decision, I have to really understand what is their motivation, what is really what they need. And there's a skill to get them to open up, right? To bring that wall down.
Yes.
And freely speak to us about what they need so that we can go ahead and connect the dots, right? So there's a preparation that goes into that. And most real estate agents, I feel like, take that for granted.
Okay.
And with me and my team, we're always working on how can we improve that. Everyone on my team, whether it's an assistant, a showing agent, transaction coordinator, we're always working on how can we improve, right? Where do we have the most room for improvement, and what are we doing to improve in those areas?
I like that because when you purchase a home, you want it to be your forever home, especially first-time home buyers, that want to raise a family. So initially to really get to the root of what will make them happy for a lifetime is so important. And you have to be, so like you said, it's very special to have that relationship with the client, because at the end you want them to be happy
Definitely.
for a
Definitely.
lifetime.
Yes. And it's, like you said, they're going to be living there, right? So we need to understand what's important from them, from where they're going to be commuting to, kids, no kids, age, what school, and so on. So
Correct.
we go deep into, understanding their lifestyle. So then again, we can match the right home for them.
I love that. Okay, so as we were mentioning, so building quality relationships and adding value to your clients is very important to you and your team. Let's explore the topics of architecture and lifestyle as it matches each individual client. So exactly what are some of the questions that you initially ask your clients in order to match them to your dream home?
So, it goes deep into it, right?
Okay.
We start from, like I mentioned, where they're moving from. Do they know the area? Most of the time they come to me already, I want these two areas, and the answer is why, or the question is why.
Okay.
And then we go deeper into it. Kids, no kids, what school? Do they like, to walk to places? Do they want to be in the middle of town, or it's happening? They kind of, so you get the feel of what they want.
Exactly.
And obviously, price points, how are they, paying cash or financing. So all of that has a big effect on where do we take them.
Correct. And since you talked about financing, you also work in Compass.
Correct.
Can you explain to the viewer what that is and how that could benefit the client?
Sure. Well, so Compass right now, just actually it's perfect timing, because just yesterday we got the news that we're the number one brokerage in Miami-Dade County, in Broward, and in Palm Beach.
Wow,
So
congratulations.
thank you. So, when you work with an agent, by the way, not just me, but with an agent with Compass, you are working with the number one brokerage, right? So that means you have more connections, more outreach, which most likely is going to help the client with finding a location or helping them sell their homes.
Oh, that's really good.
Yes.
Okay. And you take pride in your ongoing market study and trend analysis for the South Florida market. Can you let our viewers know the areas that you cover here in South Florida and any of the findings within the last few years as it pertains to trend and analysis and how the market is doing?
Sure. You mind if, can we pause for a second?
Yes, of
Okay,
course.
so I'm getting this phone call now.
Oh, well,
You might have-
no podemos parar, pero...
Well,
Thank you. No, it's okay. Go. You are very important, and that's how he treats his clients.
yes. Sorry.
So we don't put the client on pause. We
Yes.
allow somebody to answer the phone. I actually love that.
Yes.
Good.
That's,
you
don't
want
want
me
them
to
to think that it's very important for me to reply
Yes.
right away to all of my clients. It's one of my things that I have. Yeah. So,
Well, you saw that live
yes.
of how important the clients are to you.
Yes. That's great.
Do you want me to repeat the question?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go. So you take pride in the ongoing market study and trend analysis for the South Florida market. Can you let our viewers know the areas that you cover and any of the trend analysis that you've known for the past few years? Like, how is the market going? Is the market still hot? Is it good to buy? Is it not good to buy right now?
Well, it's kind of a quite long answer right now. So the trend, what we cover, we like to say that we offer luxury service at any price point, but we do focus in the luxury sectors.
Okay.
From Miami Beach, Brickell, Coconut Grove, Coral Gables, Ponce Davis, and Pinecrest. But we do get requests from all kinds of areas, and that's why we have a team of 10 agents that we're pride ourselves on being market specialists. So if you want to work on Miami Beach or wherever you may be looking, you're going to be working with someone that is a market specialist in that area.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's great. And we were, before the show started, we were discussing Key Biscayne.
Yes.
I don't know if that was like a private conversation or we could talk about it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes. We can bring it up. Yes.
So,
I actually didn't mention Key Biscayne right now, but yes, we actually just sold the highest price per square foot in Key Biscayne.
that's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes, we set a new
Oh,
record
more
there.
than the one in Pinecrest recently?
Well, we set a few records this
Wow.
past year.
Okay.
One is in Pinecrest,
Okay. It was like 10.3
$10
million.
million 250.
Amazing.
Yes,
Wow.
thank you.
And that's at the price point there. And now the one in Key Biscayne?
And the one in Key Biscayne was actually right before the one in Pinecrest.
Okay.
And it was the highest price per square foot for a non-waterfront home.
And how much is that?
That was actually $7 million. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I would love a tour of that, but it's sold now. So,
We can still tour you.
okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, so Angel, your team provides comprehensive services for buying, selling, some of the things that you already said, leasing and private development opportunities. And you specialize in advisory services to help empower and educate your clients so they can make the informed decisions and reach their real estate goals. For a first-time home buyer, can you break that down for us?
Sure. Look, number one thing is, again, for a first time home buyer, is we really need to understand what can they afford, right? And it goes down to their income, do they get pre-approved, and so on, and guiding that person to make the right decision. Again, where they're going to be commuting to, and so on. So it's a similar process.
Mm-hmm.
It's just even more detailed since it's the first time buyer. But yeah, most first time buyers are not paying cash. So we help them out with their financing. It's a big part of buying when you're a first time buyer.
Okay.
So we take maybe more time on the financing side for the first time buyers.
What are some of the things you're noticing now? Who are these first-time home buyers? Is it people from out of town? Is it locals? Is it people from other countries? What is it that you're seeing?
First time buyers are mostly locals.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly locals from from the parents that live in Coral Gables, Coconut Grove, South Miami, and so on. And now it's time for them to continue the trend. But we do get here and there some from out of town, right? From New York, California.
We've seen that a lot recently.
Also internationally, Mexico, Argentina, Colombia.
See.
So we're seeing it from all over the world. Miami has become now the sexiest place to live.
Is it?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I already knew that though.
I'm sure.
We're in Miami.
Well, you live here. You live here, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
So you know that.
Where all the trends begin. And I know there's a lot of individuals from New York and California. So I live in Key Biscayne myself, and a lot of people that visit Key Biscayne to like scope it out, see if they want to purchase. Or in Key Biscayne, a lot of people from California and New York.
You live in paradise. That's where you live. Key Biscayne is just like a different world over there.
I say it's the best kept secret.
It really
But
is.
it's not so secret now.
It's not a secret anymore. As a matter of fact, everyone is asking for it. I wish we had more inventory, which I think I mentioned to you already. We have 12 units coming to market.
12 units. And how quickly?
So these 12 units will be delivered in January of 2024. So
Okay,
really
right
a
away.
year from now.
Yeah.
And we will be coming to market now next month selling pre-construction. So it's a 202 Sunrise Drive,
Okay.
where we have 12 units. So it's a boutique building, a block away from the beach.
Correct.
And you have access to the beach club. And you know it. I don't have to sell you.
Yeah.
You might want to buy one actually.
I do. I think I need a little bit of help though.
Yeah. Well, we can help
On that
you.
one.
We can help you. We can help you.
Okay.
So yeah.
Sounds good. So talking about Key Biscayne and other areas that we like, what is your favorite location and why?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So Miami overall is so much fun, right? So we have Miami Beach, we have Brickell now, who has grown so much. Brickell has changed so much over the last 5 to 6 years.
It has.
Coconut Grove, Coral Gables, where I live, and South Miami is so much fun. I mean, if I had to pick a place, I spend a lot of time in Coconut Grove and Coral Gables. I just love the walkability. I love to be able to, just walk to different restaurants, coffee here, shops there, and
I'm
yeah,
the
and
same.
just live the Miami lifestyle.
Exactly. It's funny that you mentioned those two cities in particular. I lived in Coconut Grove before I moved away for college, and like, was it 2005 or 2007? I can't remember. And then I also lived in Coral Gables before I moved to Key Biscayne. And those are like my top three cities. But like you said, South Miami, here, Miami's Community News is in South Miami.
That's right.
So driving around the area, I'm like, wow, things are up and coming. There's been so many different like developments and changes, and everything is just becoming more like of a walkability type of
That's right.
city. Yeah, so that's great to hear too. Okay, so is there anything else you would like to add?
Well, listen, for those that are waiting for the perfect time to buy in Miami, the time is now.
The time is now.
The time is now. When you
Okay.
can afford the time, whenever you can afford to buy a home in Miami, that's the perfect time. I know interest rates up and down. Well, whenever they go down, then you can refinance. But Miami is just going to continue to get hotter and hotter. The luxury market is just in high demand, and we don't have enough inventory. So for those that are looking to buy, the time is now, and they can contact me at contact@thenicolasgroup.com, or you can find us on the website,
There we go.
thenicolasgroup.com. You can also follow the Nicolas Group at the Nicolas Group on Instagram, or myself, Angel_Nicolas.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you
Angel.
for having me. This was great.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad. I am your host, Annabelle, with A Day in Miami. And like I mentioned earlier, today's show is sponsored by Heyday Marketing, a premier marketing and public relations agency based right here in Miami, Florida.